They told everyone I was the ungrateful one, the failure, the burden. But the truth is, I know secrets about them that would burn everything down, and they know I might talk. I'll never forget the way my dad's voice sliced through the air that night. We were all at my uncle's house for his birthday, laughing, eating, catching up with relatives I hadn't seen in years, when suddenly, the entire mood shattered. Out of nowhere, my father leaned back in his chair, locked eyes with me, and said, "You've ruined our lives. You're a burden." The room went dead silent. Forks froze midair, conversations died instantly, and I just sat there, gripping my fork so tightly my knuckles went white. Did he really just say that? Out loud? In front of everyone? I glanced at my mom, hoping she'd step in, maybe tell him to calm down. Instead, she nodded, her face twisted with disgust. And then she added, "You should be grateful we even let you live with us at all." My stomach dropped. Grateful? For what? Paying rent in my own parents' house? Because that's what I'd been doing. Renting a room. Their own son. Meanwhile, my sister Emily got to stay there for free. Not just that, I had been covering internet bills, electricity, even part of the mortgage. For 6 years. 6 years of making sure they were comfortable, and here they were, painting me like some parasite leeching off of them. And the worst part? This wasn't new. My parents had always found a way to make me the villain. If they were broke, it was somehow my fault. If they were stressed, I was the reason. Even as a kid, I never felt like a son, I felt like baggage they regretted having. But this? This was a new low. Dad wasn't done. He leaned forward, his voice sharp, almost gleeful. "Do you have any idea how much stress you've caused us? We had to worry about you all the time. You were never like Emily. She's responsible. She makes good decisions. That's why she deserves to be with us. And you," he actually scoffed. "You've been a weight on our backs since the day you were born." I turned to Emily. She was right there at the table, sipping her drink, scrolling on her phone like none of this was happening. Like I didn't exist. I set my fork down. Slowly. Calmly. And I smiled at her, just a small, bitter smile, before standing up and walking out. No words. No defense. Nothing. Behind me, I heard my uncle mutter, "Okay, that was too much," and one of my aunts tried to calm my parents down. But they kept ranting, voices dripping with venom about how ungrateful I was. I didn't care anymore. I went straight upstairs, into the room I paid rent for, and pulled out the suitcase I kept under the bed. My hand shook, not from sadness, but from rage. Years of it. Years of swallowing it down, convincing myself I had no choice. And then it clicked. I didn't have to take it anymore. I stuffed everything I could into that suitcase, clothes, my laptop, essentials. 10 minutes. That's all I gave myself. I could replace the rest later. I wasn't going to spend another night under that roof. As I zipped it shut, I heard my mom yelling my name from the hallway. I ignored her. I walked right past her, down the stairs, through the dining room where my dad was red-faced, still yelling at my uncle. He spotted me with my suitcase. "Where do you think you're going?" he barked. I didn't answer. I didn't even look at him. I just walked out the front door, got into my car, and drove away. That was it. I was done. Hours later, in a tiny studio apartment I'd found that night, bare walls, a single window, nothing special but mine, I finally sat down. No parents. No yelling. No guilt. And then my phone buzzed.